So I think sometimes it's pretty good to zoom out and get a perspective and get like maybe a relation to what has happened and other times. So this is Nasdaq on the weekly. We have the 200 weekly moving average here, some volume down here, and probably got RSI down here if you want to look at that. But let's just do some measurements. So here we had a 37% correction, and oops, and here we had a 27% correction. That's quite a lot. Oh. And here in COVID, we had a 32%, around 32% correction. We move down here. This is, I think, Trump tariffs. 25% correction. Let's get over here. I'm gonna click that. So here we had 20% correction, and then this one is similar. I'm not going to take all those bit smaller ones. Those are around 10, 15 more, that area. And here we had the finance crash, right? That's a big one. So let's move all the way from there to here. 55%, that's a lot. It's quite a lot. And then we have the IT internet bubble. And that one was more. So let me move, oops. So I'm going to turn that off. And then I'm going to try to move this. This was difficult because it's kind of in the way for itself. So let's wait. It's so large, it's difficult to see. Okay. And that was even more. So 83. So we have 183% correction. We have 155%. This is in 25 years, right? 155, 118, 119, 125%, 132, 33%, 138%, and 126% correction. And then we have minor ones in between, right? So, how often in the last 25 years have we had more than 25% correction? Once, twice, not that one. So that was also the Trump tariff 1. This is Trump tariff 2. We have 3 and 4. So in 25 years we have 4 that are above more than 25% correction. Let's not count this one. This one is more than this one. So this I'll count as 25, and this around 25 as well. So we only have 4. So it's very rare to have more than 30% correction. It's around every 10 to 15 years. So here we have 37. So we actually had 2 of those in just a few years. So those were within 202 weeks, so like 4, what's that, 4 years? Around 4 years. we have bottom to bottom around for years. And then before that, it was, let's take the bottom, 530 bars divided by 52. So that's 10 years. And before that, let's go to the bottom. It's 321 bars. So that's actually only, what is it? 6 years around. And that's also kind of like a really big double bottom on a longer time frame, right? So this is Wyckoff on higher low, Wyckoff retest, and so my point is, I mean, we can have a recession and then we could go lower. We've been minus 55 and minus 84 twice in the last 25 years. I don't know. Could be. Nobody knows. But let me take these and move them to a new group. And that group will be called corrections and bear markets. Those are all bear markets because they are below 20%. But let's call it corrections. So I can hide it. And turn that off. And now, second point. Let's also turn up the RSI. So show it. So we are still on the weekly time frame, right? We have the 200 week moving average and we have the RSI. How often is the RSI at, what is it, below 30? A bit less than 30? Not here. Really not here. Maybe this one actually is similar to now. So 2022 when we had a 37% correction, we were almost as low. This is lower, it looks like. This is not as low, COVID, and this looks similarly low, 2018. Just visually, like a bit zoomed out, it's difficult to see. And then here, 2000, this was Trump tariff 1, so it's similar. And then we have, so nothing here, but then I have the large 55% drawdown where we were lower at 16. And then we had this one where we're also lower. So the only times we're really lower were the 83% and 55% correction. So that's a relation, right? Second relation. Third relation. Each time we come down to the 200 weekly moving average and move away from it, or get close to it, what happens? So that means that this one only got close. So it could play out like this. Like we got two lower ones, right? It could happen. Because we didn't even hit it, right? So completely possible. But if not, each other time we did this, except for the two big ones where we really came down way lower. pretty much all other times, once we moved up, we continued. Here we did have a retest a bit higher. Both came on below the 200. And this was a really deep pullback after this huge run up. And if we would go to, let me open NQ here. And move to weekly and turn off indicators. And I wish I could turn off that, but only look at this channel, and yeah, we could really come down here. It is pretty plausible actually to come down here. Would be similar to here, right? But we're pretty deep down here. Oh, I changed that. We're pretty down here in this channel. For sure I could see that we could come down here. But maybe, like here, we go up first, then come down. Maybe something like this. So that would be 14% up move. We already been there, so it could for sure come down. Anyhow, trying to show you some relationships, and I don't know what you want to do with that, but if we come, so two scenarios. If we come down further, down to here, and then come up again from a 200 weekly moving average, it may be time to buy. And if we come up from here and continue to build, it can be a really good bull run. So you have to be open for the both possibilities. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you got some perspective here, and something actionable as well.